The state of the franchise of the Buffalo Bills choosing 9th overall. Rod Woodson, if you were in that front office pushing buttons, what would you do first and foremost as a Bill?
Well, we know that they need quite a few pieces to the puzzle. They need a quarterback, they need a tackle, they need an outside linebacker. And since they haven't really addressed anything in the offseason, taking one of those positions off the board, you still got to think, are they going to do the quarterback position? Because I don't think the future quarterback is on the roster. I don't even think the now quarterback is on the roster. I think, we know Sam might be off the board. So is Jimmy Clausen, the Notre Damer guy, is he going to be sitting there at number 9 for the Buffalo Bills to take, and Chan Gailey can have his quarterback of the future right then and there?
Well, let's go back to the same thing we started this show where we talk about Whitehurst, from the San Diego Chargers. We've at least seen Kevin Kolb. We've at least seen Michael Vick. Somebody should be reaching out to Andy Reid with the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm in the Bills organization, and looking to acquire one of those guys, because we know that, I'm not necessarily sold on Kolb, but I've seen something in him. I haven't seen anything at the pro level with any of the quarterbacks that are there. So if you can pry one of those guys out of there for a second or third round pick, I just think it makes more sense to do that.
Well, it won't be Cobb for a third round pick. They're going to look, first rounder all the way.
Yeah, well, that's been the conversation reportedly as you call up and ask I'd like Joe Banner, please. Yes, hello. I'd like Kevin Kolb, please. Well, that'll be 2 first-round picks.
So maybe Michael Vick.
Oh, hang on.
That's reportedly what's going on.
Okay, but that Chan Gailey fellow worked with a guy named Cordell Stewart. So,
yes.
We know what Michael Vick can do. We know what Michael Vick means to the running game. He's going to take those backs and make them the number 1 rushing team in the National Football League. So a second or third round pick for Michael Vick. However you got to do it. I think you're right. The quarterback is not on that roster right now, and you've got to do something.
Is that right? Trent Edwards a couple of years ago.
They traded up to get him.
Well, I know that, but Trent Edwards a couple of years ago, he did serve with distinction.
To the
point where he came in the 2009 season as the starter, and a lot of people thought they could make some hay with him, and
then
that obviously
they got
wasn't the case.
T.O., you have Lee Evans, you have all of these weapons, and he's not throwing the ball to any of those guys. Why? I don't know. Fitzpatrick comes in, all of a sudden we find T.O. still has a little something. So to me, that shows you that he's a small ball kind of a quarterback. In other words, that West Coast Brady Quinn kind of a short dink and dunk kind of a quarterback. That's not going to work.
So we agree that the largest issue on this team is on offense?
Yes,
opposed to the
absolutely on offense. And it'd be good to see if they could do something in the free agency to take one of those issues off the board when draft day gets here, because then it makes it an easier choice for you come draft day.
And, of course, as we all know, the Dolphins are getting sharper with each passing year. The Jets took a giant step forward. And then, of course, we got this guy right behind you, Rod Woodson, that's playing for the New England Patriots. The AFC East just gets tougher and tougher. Charles Davis, what do you think the Bills should do?
Many different directions for the Buffalo Bills to go with their first pick, number 9 in the first round. Many people expect them to go offense and go tackle. But I think there might be a surprise. I say C.J. Spiller, running back from Clemson. Marshawn Lynch has fallen out of favor in Buffalo. They need a second runner to go with Fred Jackson, and this guy provides explosive firepower. Can run the football, can catch out of the backfield, and also helps you in the return game. Chan Gailey, the brand new coach of the Buffalo Bills, wants to go to a heavy running attack. This guy will help provide it. C.J. Spiller, you want to really check him out? Plug in the ACC championship game. Missed nearly a quarter and still ran for 234 yards. He'll love his time in Buffalo.